Alright, hello and welcome back everybody. Sir Adrian here. Film the Ottoman Empire's turn, followed by the Kingdom of Italy's turn in our current game of Global War 1914 titled Operation Caporetto. Apologies for the slight delay. Housekeeping before we get started. I imagine this commander, he's circled because he has to retreat, and that comes off the coastal artillery. So he would just retreat. Yeah, we'll just have him retreat into Berlin. There we have it. Otherwise, I think that's the only housekeeping item we gotta get to. I'm not sure for this actually. So that factory, I think my understanding is because it's under construction, that would be destroyed essentially. And that would just be removed and wouldn't be able to come back because the territory is taken. But I'll circle that, and then we'll figure that out because I'm not 100% sure right now. Otherwise, the Ottomans have 13 IPPs to spend. They'll attempt to influence Spain. They'll buy 3 militia, an upgrade, and 2 colonials. That'll be all their money spent. So we'll do the roll for Spain to start. Get a nice yellow dice. So 1 at a 3. 3 or lower. Oof, 4, close but not quite. For tech, the Ottomans will go for wartime economy. A 7, that's a success. So they move to stage 3. Excuse me. Attacks, they won't really have too many. Yeah, I think the only two they'll have these two heavy artillery attempt to attrition attack into eastern Egypt. So that will be 2 at a 2 for each of them. A 1 hit, not bad. Yeah, so the British would probably just lose a colonial in this case. Makes the most sense. And then we will have our elite camel attack into Nade against an infantry and a colonial infantry. So our elite camel attacks at a 4. The infantry defends at a 4. And then the colonial infantry defends at a 2. So we'll have the colonial infantry be this greenish dice. So for the elite Ottoman Guard, which is not affected by the desert terrain, and there's no other terrain types. Infantry at 4, colonial infantry. So misses there. I think, yeah, we'll press the attack. Why not? It's the same thing. Round 2. Nothing. We'll try to press the attack one last time. Round 3. And nothing. So that battle's over. And he retreats back into southern Iraq. There we have it. Yeah, otherwise that's it for Ottoman attacks. So non-combat for the Ottomans, we'll have a colonial from Thrace walk into Bulgaria. we will have the Ottoman Guard and the infantry in Constantinople on the transport, along with the commander, which doesn't take space on the transport, so he'll. Well, actually, no. I guess if they're so if they're being picked up, they'll just be dropped off with the transport, and the commander. Well, actually, yeah, he could be on the transport too, so we'll just drop him off there as well into Bulgaria. Then, excuse me, we'll walk over an infantry into Constantinople and a mountain infantry. Yeah, otherwise, Actually, you know what? We will have another attack. We'll try to. This should have happened initially, but I hope that's fine. We'll have these two infantry from Berlin try to take Bohemia. One infantry. So we'll have 2 at 2 against 1 out of 4. So, so 2 at 2 will be the red dice. The one French infantry at a 4. Nothing. Press the attack. Nothing. And we'll try one more time. And nothing. So that battle's over, and they'll just retreat back into. They'll retreat back into Berlin. Yeah, that's fine. Otherwise, that is it, I believe, for the Ottomans. Yep, that's it for the Ottomans. So just place units. So the upgrade is going to be in Palestine. So colonial there, that will upgrade to an infantry unit. There's that. And we'll place a 2 militia in Constantinople, place a militia in Anatolia, and then these 2 colonials, we will place 1 in southern Iraq, and we will place 1 in Hejaz. Yeah, I think that's fine. Alright, otherwise the Ottomans will collect their 11 IPP. Plus their bonus. Sorry about that. Plus their bonus 2 IPP. Oh, wait, no, they don't get that. Yeah, because they don't use these railways. Yeah, because we don't use the Russian railways anymore. So just 11 this turn. Otherwise, that'll be it for the Ottomans and the Italians. So the Italians, they have 7 IPP. They'll buy 3 militia, spend 6, save 1. For tech, they'll go for wartime economy as well. 12, success, so they move to stage 3. which is good. And combat, they will have a little bit. They will attempt to take their 6 infantry, their bersaglieri, 2 artillery, commander, and the cavalry, and they'll attempt to attack into southern France. So move all that to the battle board. Okay, so first we'll set up the French. So we have this commander is paired and effective with the fighters. The fighter's not doing nothing. Got the infantry. Normally are at a 4. Cause there's no trench line, but they would be yeah, cause there's no trench line, so they would be 4. But then they're boosted by 1 because of the commander, so they'll be at a 5. You got the 2 artillery, which are at a 4. Militia at a 2, but that's boosted by 1 to a 3. And the Zouave are elite infantry at a 5, I think, is the base, but then they would be boosted as well. Yeah, so at a 5, then they're boosted by 1, so they'll be at a 6. And then I think the railguns is 7, but still don't have that memorized. We'll double check. Okay, defense on a 6, attacks at a 7. Okay, and then this will be at 6 as well. And let's check quick. +1 defense, no attack penalty in mountains. Okay, and they're not in mountain, so we don't have to worry about that. Then we have cavalry paired with that guy, not doing much. Infantry on the first round, they would be down to a 1 because of the river and the mountain terrain, but then they're boosted, so they'll just be at a 2. The artillery, because of the mountain border on the first round, are down to 3. And the bersaglieri would be at a 3 normally. And it is a mountain unit, so it wouldn't suffer, the attack penalty from the mountains, but then there's the river. So I'd bring it down to 2, but again, it'll be boosted, so it'll just be at its regular value of 3. So we'll do the first strikes to start. So we got 2 at 3. Both misses. The French have the 1 at 6, and then the 2 at 3. All misses. Okay, so then we have our bersaglieri at 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 infantry at 2. So 1 hit. Eesh, really not hitting too well. Probably lose the militia in this case. Then the French get to respond, so they got the militia, that'll still get to fire at a 3. That's a miss. And then he'll have the 2, 3, 4, 5 infantry at 5. Okay, well, I'll count that. I didn't really roll that much, but it was a roll still, so 3 hits. And then the Zouave at 6. And 2 hits there, so he loses the militia. And then that's, yeah, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits total. So I'll lose the 2 artillery, 2, 3, I'll lose the Bersaglieri, and then 4, 5, and we'll end the combat there. And retreat back. Into northern Italy. Infantry, infantry, infantry. And commander. Alright, otherwise that's it for the Italians. Non-combat, they'll just have a militia from Rome walk over into Campania. And that'll be it. So place units. They'll place a militia in Rome. Actually, 2 in Rome. They'll place 1 in Campania. Otherwise, that'll be it for the Italians. They'll collect their 6 IPP plus the 1 they saved, so they'll be back to 7. That is it for this turn, and we can hand things on over to the Japanese and everybody else.